kinds of campaigns. They do that in all kinds
They may even count the ballots in Florida eventually.
They do that in all kinds of campaigns. Let me tell you a little story, if I could. I was out during the campaign covering a Democratic rally at which Vice President Gore spoke in Kansas City shortly after Governor Carnahan was killed. And as I walked into this rally, well in advance, a Democratic campaign consultant came up to me, and I said, these signs all over, these bumper stickers, still for Mel. How can they still be for Mel? He's dead. And he said, we're going to elect him. I said, how are you going to elect him? I said, that's incredible. He said there's going to be such support in the media, in the Kansas City and St. Louis papers and the television for this, and the widow is going to announce in a few days, as she did, that she would accept the appointment, that this is going to be an absolute crush. It's going to overwhelm Ashcroft. Ashcroft was lucky as it was close as it was, but that is quite in keeping with that question of how do you cope when you have an avalanche of help from the media, as they did in the Carnahan campaign.
Okay. Last question. Please make it quick, and I'm going to ask our speakers to have their answers be their summation points, please.
We've talked a little bit about media bias, but actually I don't think that's an important issue compared to news censorship. And I'm going to challenge you that you're aware that news censorship is going on. And I'm going to take one story very quickly, and then I challenge you $10,000 that you can't pass a polygraph test that this story is not being censored. And that is that when Ron Brown's body was taken out of the 737, he had an apparent .45 caliber bullet hole in his head, and there's x-rays and photographs of that hole. There's 3 military doctors that have had their careers ruined because they've come forward with those photos and x-rays, and the forensic photographer. Will you accept a $10,000 wager that you cannot pass a polygraph test, that story is being censored? And I had the photographs and the x-rays with me.
No, I don't know anything about it. I haven't examined that story. In fact, I guess I may have heard something about the thesis that... But to use that question as a summation does put me at somewhat a disadvantage.